Hey everybody, welcome back. Friday Night Blogs. Hope you're doing well and hope the new year has kicked off strong for you. And if not, hang in there, and I'm sure it will. So today I want to talk about perfectionism. Rather, I want to talk about choosing momentum over perfection. So a lot of people think that they have to do things perfect. And if it's not perfect, then it's not good enough. And the problem with this is that if you think you have to do things perfect, you might have some strong momentum going. You might have like this huge wave of momentum going. But as soon as there's one thing off, you can literally stop that wave on a moment's notice because you're now focusing on the one thing that's off instead of allowing that wave to carry you through the particular challenges and issues, right? So people think they have to be perfect. Like, for example, okay, so for example, let me give you a personal example. Sometimes, fortunately not too much, sometimes I get lazy and I don't work out as often as I should. And so when I take sometimes months off, I'll come back in the gym and I'll compare it to where I was before. Right? And if I start comparing, I start going, oh my gosh, I'm not lifting the same amount of weights, I'm not running this at the same speed as I used to run, oh, I'm never going to get started. So I'm focusing more on the idea of getting back to where I was back then. So I'm focusing on the idea of being perfect where I was back then. And since I took a long layoff, I mean, that's not going to happen. At this point, I need momentum, right? And sometimes I'll still be caught up in it. I'll still be like a week into my workout, and even though I can see things progressing and see things getting better, I'm focusing on, oh geez, I used to do this, I used to do this, right? And I'm expecting to come back exactly where I was. And then if I stick with that attitude, then many times I just start to give up. And I go, oh, that's too much work, I don't want to do it. And that's what tends to happen when we focus on perfection rather than momentum. If you keep focusing on your momentum, you'll constantly always have momentum, right? You'll have momentum to continue to grow, and even if there's a challenge, you'll use that momentum to move through it. Another example. Some people, like, you'll read a Facebook meme, right? And it'll say something positive, like, I just want to forgive everybody. Right? And if I can just forgive everybody, then that would be the best thing in the entire world. So you sit here and you try and forgive everybody, right? I forgive you all, right? And that might work. Like for some of the smaller people that you needed to give forgiveness for, you know, that'll move you through. But then there's those bigger people that need forgiveness, and you just can't move through it. And so people go, wow, I can't even do it. I can't even forgive this person. So let me just give up on this whole idea of forgiving people, right? Or it's too much pressure and they just give up, right? Or it's just overwhelming and they give up. For example, like when you see Facebook memes that say you just gotta love yourself, right? And a lot of people go, okay, I'm just gonna love myself. I'm gonna treat myself the absolute best. Right? And then that becomes too much and they start falling back. Instead of look at momentum. What small thing can you love yourself for at this moment, right? And then build off of that. And of course, always, you know, if you've been following me for a while, always clean out. Clean the excess sensations, emotions, thoughts, what I call sets, so that you can more naturally and organically move into a loving state instead of trying to force it. When you try to force things, you can actually make it happen, but for a short amount of time because you're using conscious willpower to move through it. And conscious willpower is a very strong force, but it's here to get us through things short term. It's not a long-lasting effect, right? In order to allow it to feel it more organically, you've got to clean out what's been hidden inside the physical body, the subconscious mind, and even the conscious mind. You've got to bring it up to the surface. Watch the other videos. I talk a lot about it, right? Let's have a couple more examples. Let me take a look. Well, I can't even read my writing. But anyway, so here's the thing. So don't worry about trying to be perfect. Look for momentum. What small step can you take at this moment to create the momentum? I promise you this. The smaller steps that you take, it will lead to that big quantum leap. That huge quantum jump, right? But take it slow. A lot of people want everything so fast, so quickly, so now, so perfect, that if they don't get it absolutely the way they want it, even though they have strong momentum, they lose it. And they're back to square one, right? So basically what they're doing is pendulating from extreme love, excitement, whatever it may be, back to extreme fear, desperation, and panic. So they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? And they never hit that middle ground. Remember also this: access, sensations, emotions, and thoughts are guides. They're only guides for you. They're not meant to stay. They're not meant to be held in. This is probably another topic for another time. I kind of talk about it along the way already with the other videos. But the more you can express them constructively, the more they will pass, so that you can see how that they can guide you. You'll learn from them so that they can guide you. And once you release it and cleanse the excess, you come back to the middle where you see the entire picture. Once you've felt both extremes and expressed it properly, you come back to the middle and you get to see how the extremes can help guide you in your life as you stay balanced and grounded. Okay, so the book, I'm still working on it, guys. There's so much editing behind it, but I'm on track. We're on track for March. It will come out. I'm excited. It's looking better and better with every edit, and the momentum is huge, right? I'm not looking for perfection, but the momentum is huge. So hopefully by March, knock on wood, I'm going to say, March, somewhere in March, it will be released and it'll happen. But for now, please go on to lifeistheperfectsystem.com and sign up for the early book announcement, right? Because I'm going to be giving out quite a few things in there, a lot of information, maybe some gifts. So go on lifeistheperfectsystem.com, visit it, sign up, read it, check it out. I think you'll like it. Live spiritually, but with practicality.